Hello again. Basketball is by no means the most popular sport in Indonesia, as it is in some European countries or the Philippines. But that doesn't mean people aren't interested, nor does it mean that the sport can grow over the next years. This World Cup gave Indonesians a taste of what they had been missing out for years, because now some big NBA stars came to the country for the very first time. In our previous vlog, we said that Indonesia is the only World Cup host country not being represented by its basketball team in this tournament. Well, this might not be a coincidence, but it's also likely to change in the future. This is the Lapangan Sports Complex. It's a vast area comprising numerous sports facilities, including 4 basketball courts, which are pretty full right now. It's 7:30 in the evening, but if you come here in the morning or in the early noon hours, you won't find anyone. It's located very close to the Indonesia arena. Actually, it's about 500 meters from the arena, so anyone attending the World Cup can easily combine this one outdoor action with some inside action watching the World Cup games. These outdoor basketball courts can be used for free by anyone, but at the same time, those who want to join a basketball academy under the supervision of the specific coaches can do so by paying a small price. So this is another place in the area of Senayan where boys and girls from the area can play basketball under supervision. Depending on the available time slots, they can book one of the 2 indoor courts here in the trade center and play or practice in bigger or smaller groups up to 25 persons. The price for each person is 400,000 Indonesian rupees for 2 hours, which makes it close to 12 euros per person. That's not so cheap for Indonesian starters at all, but for the majority of those children, it's one of the few getaway opportunities that they will have. So this one behind me is the official World Cup merchandise store located just next to the accreditation center and is operated by Hoops Indonesia, which is the biggest chain of basketball-related merch. It's the only place one can find some country-specific items, mostly t-shirts. No jerseys, no socks or other products are available here. The World Cup teams competing up next, for instance France versus Iran, who are playing right now, are featured in the front of the store. Some country merch can get up to 30% discount, which is quite a catch, I would say. So this one behind me is the only shop here in Jakarta that sells FIBA World Cup merchandise. There's another one inside the Indonesia arena, but access isn't granted to everyone in the stock. It's very limited. This here shop is situated in the biggest shopping mall in the district of Senayan, and from what its owners told me, there's been several fans from different countries that have bought some merch to bring it back home. Because if you're going to spend time in the city looking for official NBA merchandise, you'll probably be disappointed. On the other hand, it seems that Indonesian fans are not too keen on buying World Cup related products and prefer the NBA jerseys instead. Given the fact that no official NBA store is to be found in Jakarta as opposed to other Asian countries, this shop in the Senayan Trade Center looks like the best choice, if not the only choice here. This one behind me is a very unique shop. There's Michael Jordan's figure in the entrance, which gives the general idea that some vintage NBA merch is to be found inside. So let's take a look.
This is Chicago Bulls tee. This is Jordan from 1989. The finals. This is the Lakers. This is 2004 finals. This is the buzzer beater.
Has traffic increased over the last few days because of the World Cup, or is it the same?
In store traffic. Sort of, I think. But I'm not really sure if they're looking because of the event or they're just, But we do have a lot of people asking us in our DMs on Instagram if we have any jersey, any nation related jerseys, but we don't have any.
Speaking with some fans attending the World Cup games, I got the impression that a big percentage has some ties with basketball, either because they watch the NBA or because they follow the Indonesian league. Most were familiar with players, especially those on Canada's roster, while some even follow the EuroLeague. For Indonesians, it's a chance of a lifetime to watch those players in action from up close and support them as if they were in an NBA arena, screaming defense, defense, and cheering in every spectacular play. We saw a lot of people who don't watch basketball but came to this event to watch the players, experience the vibes, the energy, the new arena. Overall, the area of Senayan, where the Indonesia arena is located, gathers all basketball-related stuff that someone can find in Indonesia, from merchandise to practice facilities and open courts.
Basketball is not our most popular sport. Number one most popular sport is soccer. However, basketball is somewhat between number 2 and number 3. So I guess soccer is easier to play here. While basketball, you need a facility, you need a court, you need a proper basketball ring. And soccer, we have so many fields, you can just put the ball and play, I guess. As for a good basketball court, we don't have that many. Mostly maybe in private school, some public school, they don't have a lot of good facilities for basketball. So yeah, I guess it depends on the government as well. Do they spend the budget on basketball? But this FIBA tournament makes it a good example that we can be a good host, and therefore hopefully they'll spend more budget to build more facilities such as this one that can help international games all over the world.
France against Canada, if I'm not mistaken, like 12,000 people are coming. The game Latvia against Canada, 11,000 people are coming. The other games not really far from that numbers. So I think it's great. The people here really loves it. Maybe this is a chance of a lifetime. I mean, World Cup in Indonesia. Never know when this would come back again here.
Interesting fact that basketball here is mostly enjoyed until high school only. Don't ask me why. Somehow the basketball stops their popularity at high school, and after high school it's not popular anymore. So in terms of consuming the basketball itself, we like to watch NBA, of course. It's the best of the best. We also watch the local league, which they have their own fan base. Mostly NBA fans. We watch it with a streaming service. We also buy merchandise. As far as I know, there is like most spend competition, and I've seen people spend a lot of money just to be a top spender and win some extra prize after that. So the amount of money is ridiculous.
Would you compare Indonesia to Philippines or Japan in terms of how popular basketball is?
I think Philippines is different. I mean, the culture is just there, you know. I've been to Manila many times, and how the people talk about basketball, how the people react to things related to basketball is just different.
What's the average salary of a player in Indonesia?
I don't know if this is actual fact or not, but from what I heard, it can be as cheap as $50 up to
$50 a month.
$50 a month up to 5,000. So it depends.
It's if you are a
star player,
yeah,
then you'll be treated nicely. But if you're not, if you're just the 11 or 12, it can be as low as $50. It's sad to hear that, but
Indonesian hoop fans think the World Cup can help the country improve its basketball status, but that's easier said than done. Overall, Indonesia doesn't seem willing to invest in better basketball conditions, better basketball facilities, programs, and knowledge. The fact that most games were attended by more than 5,000 fans is definitely on the positive side. However, if people's relationship with basketball ends right after high school, that's a proof that there's a lot of work to be done until Indonesia is considered a country where basketball can really flourish.